We're excited about our next guest, star of the mega hit fantasy show, The Witcher. It's the fourth most watched Netflix show of all time. Check out these numbers. 76 million households worldwide watched season 1. Henry Cavill, who we all know as Superman, plays Geralt, the monster hunter who sword fights his way through the world of sorcery, witches, and elves. Season 2 brings new characters, plot twists, and of course, more monsters. Here's a scene where Geralt is ambushed by a menacing tree monster.
Yeah.
Henry Cavill is joining us right now. Good morning, Henry. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thanks.
All right, so season 2 is expected to be bigger and badder. What can viewers expect?
We can expect some fantastic performances, especially from Freya and Anya. They are absolutely brilliant. Anya's got some original story to play with as well, and the VFX is extraordinary. And the way the show looks, it really has come on from the last season, and it's brilliant. Our directors of photography are fantastic.
You were telling Gayle earlier that you pushed for season 2 to more closely align with the books. Are the books the reason you got into it in the first place?
The books, actually, I thought the books were a product of the games. So I was playing the games first, and then I was told that I'd seen the books in the bookstores, and I just figured they had the game artwork on the front, that they were actually based upon the games. I then learned that they were not, and so I read the books, and I absolutely loved them. As a pairing, the games and the books are brilliant together. But then I pushed for...
What changes did you want?
There's only so much that I can change when it comes to a new season. I can't change plot lines, I can't change storylines.
Right.
I can't even really change character trajectory. But one thing I did want to do was introduce more of the book Geralt into the show. And that is a guy who's more intellectual, he's wiser. Yeah, he's still grumpy, he's still morose, and he's still petulant at times, but I really wanted to make sure we had a three-dimensional version of the character rather than a two-dimensional, just grumpy snowman living in the mountains.
Well, he has a very distinct way of speaking, Henry.
He does.
How did you decide you wanted him to speak like that?
I drew inspiration from Dokoupil, who voiced him for the games. And I didn't want to do a direct impression just of Doug's. And so I tried to switch it up a little bit, and as reading the books, I found out that he was described as having a metallic voice.
Yeah.
So that can come across as pretty much anything. But I knew there would be a fan base which would recognise and be familiar with something similar to Doug's. And so,
but Henry, you campaigned for this role from the very beginning.
I did.
And then you didn't get it. Why did you campaign? Listen, I believe in putting it out there, making it clear. Why did you do that? Because so many people would be reluctant to campaign the way you did.
I mean, I was a huge fan of the games, and I've been doing this now, acting for 21 years. And so whenever I'm doing things like playing great computer games, I'm thinking, can I turn this into a movie? Can I turn it into a TV show? How would I do it? And then I heard that Netflix had bought the IP. And so I got my agents chasing them down. Like, they were kicking the door down.
So you're a gamer is what I'm hearing here. You're very much a gamer.
Absolutely.
Speaking of being a gamer, you've been an actor for 21 years. Are you always one to read comments and reviews? Because that's a messy game.
A lot of people don't do that.
A lot of people don't do that, and a lot of reviews and comments are not very friendly.
Yeah, and that's okay. I think it's important for me, I find it important to read reviews and read what people have to say, what fans have to say. As long as you take out the kind of commentary which is either just blind loyalty or
you
destructive
suck.
or destructive criticism.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, you suck. It may be fine, but if it's destructive, if it's from a place which is from a narrative rather than from someone going, look, I thought your turn as Geralt sucked. That's an opinion. That's totally fine. You've got to be able to take that. And the more you read, you might find out why they thought that, and they might have a point. And so then you try and adjust, and you try and grow on that. And you have the people who are saying wonderful, positive things as well. and you think, okay, well, I got that bit right. You see which bits align and which bits are constant in the negative and positive critiques, and then you run with that.
Henry, can I ask you to confirm a rumor that's floating out there? Is it true that you're going to play the next James Bond?
I wouldn't know.
Do you want
Should we-
to? You
should
talk
we-
about putting it out there.
Yeah, should we start that rumor?
I would love to have a conversation if the conversation were to come my way. As I understand it,
You would be willing to?
yeah, I'd be willing to have the conversation. I don't know. There's a lot that goes into it. It's not just taking a role. It's a conversation about where they're going to go with the character, what they're going to do with the character. And I know Barbara and Mike are very, very talented individuals. And so it'd be wonderful to have a conversation with them if that were to come my way.
I think it's great to have a conversation.
I think it's a beautiful thing.
Would it be wrong to say I think you'd be a great Superman? Does that offend you, Henry?
Great James Bond.
James Bond.
He's already a great Superman.
I know you're already Superman.
I think you'd be great as well. In part,
I know. I meant James Bond. I meant James Bond.
you'd be terrific in part, and I think I want my friends in New Jersey to realize this, that you have the original Jersey accent here.
The
Channel Island of Jersey.
Yeah, the original Jersey from the Channel Islands. Actually, the Jersey accent comes from a language called Jarret, which is a combination of French and English, and it does not sound like I sound.
But why does he have the original Jersey accent?
Because
What do you mean?
the state of New Jersey is named after the former governor of the Channel Island where you were born.
Oh, I got it.
Professor
Jersey.
Dokoupil, we have to get going.
Okay.
Well, look,
I got it.
the Jersey accent is a thing. You don't expect this.
Henry Cavill,
You've
thank
heard
you
about
so much. The Witcher, season 2 comes out Friday.